do
hey
this
guys,
shit.
and welcome to my channel.
Oh!
Hey guys.
Just get the biggest pack.
What is it?
They only got a
This is
6-pack.
mocha.
Grab
Mocha sheep?
Grab a
Mocha
fuel.
cheese.
Mocha sheep?
Mocha cream. or
Mocha
something.
cream.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Mocha
Hi,
chamomile.
guys. Hi
And you know what I'm saying? You
guys.
already know.
How
Like,
you
if you see
doing?
something, help
Cringe
yourself.
channel.
You know what I'm saying?
We're in here. All right, let's do it.
I'm Mocha Dream, and this is my channel. Welcome back. And I've been attempting to do this video for the last like 4 hours, trying to introduce you guys to my brother.
Oh, this nigga just spilled juice all over the couch blood. Oh, yo, what is wrong?
And this is
Yo,
my brother.
yo, this is mad soggy now.
All right, let's get it.
Let's get it.
That's a sound. That's a sound.
All
Alright, go ahead. Aaron, stop playing. You play too much.
Come on, man.
Stop
For real.
playing.
Stop
Stop
playing.
playing.
You play too much. We trying to do this car for like
It's your
13
fault.
hours.
You play too much. Now
Hey.
introduce yourself.
That's your problem now.
Mocha. Miss Mocha.
Hey, Mocha chamomile.
Come on, Mocha.
So I thought I was gonna bring my brothers on here so we could talk about a whole bunch of different stuff. The transition from us moving over from New York to Ohio, them growing up, the things that they've learned, relationships, all of that other stuff. And people always ask me how it is to be the only girl living with 5 brothers, and this is how it is.
I didn't know it was gonna be about this.
So I'll introduce my brothers, oldest to youngest. The oldest is Eric.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Throw
yeah.
your bees.
Oh,
Throw
yeah.
your bees.
Throw your bees.
Throw your bees.
Throw your
Oh,
bees.
yeah.
Go tell her
I
parole.
don't support
Yeah.
any of that.
Yeah.
This
And
is
then you know
Trent.
it's the flyest.
Sit down.
Oh.
Hey, somebody got me bragging.
Ready?
I
Somebody got me bragging though.
had to do that. All right, go ahead.
Then there's Tori.
You gotta,
Hey.
now, hold on. You gotta give me a resume. You gotta say handsome,
Whoa.
overseas athlete,
AKA.
Not yet.
a dad.
Ooh.
Of 2.
Double dad.
He is a dad of 2.
What else?
Of-
What else? What else? What else?
Double D's.
See a father.
Come on,
David
now.
don't get that same thing on his
Um,
resume, but
David like 10 fathers.
And you gotta just know I'm just that
on
nigga.
and off smoke.
and this is Tori. All right, moving on to the next.
Then you got David.
The next is Jared.
Oh, hold on, no.
Whoa,
Hold
wait,
on.
wait.
Oh, drop the top
Do
of the
it.
titties.
No,
Sorry.
no, that is not allowed.
Sorry.
That is not allowed. No.
Drop the roof, show the titties.
No.
No.
It's okay, dude.
Don't do it.
that.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And then it's
And then it's the baby. This is Jared.
Okay.
Clutch Jones 47.
Let's
You
go,
already
Clutch
know.
Jones.
You already know your mom not
Let's go,
safe.
Clutchy.
You already know.
Your mom's not safe with him.
What is that? What?
We do that. Your mom not safe
Mom
with him
not
around.
safe.
You
I'm
heard
taking-
me?
all the way.
I'm saying him.
I'm taking Cougar applications.
Let's go! Let's go!
Man, no, over. I love the
Let's
over.
go!
Yo.
You want a cougar in the street.
Yeah.
He
You know what
said
I'm saying?
36 plus.
The only
Come
thing a
on,
young girl
dude.
can do is introduce me to her mother.
Let's go!
Hey.
You want the moms out here. You want mommies out here. Stupid.
Shoot.
Let's go. All right, go ahead.
If she don't got a mortgage, she gotta go.
Let's go! You heard me, stupid? Let's go. All right.
Right.
All right, we cool. We cool.
Yeah.
All right, we good. We good.
All right, go ahead, Rob.
That's what it's like living with 5 brothers my whole entire life.
Let's do that.
All right, so let's just get into this video, shall we? Everybody ready?
We ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Been ready. We waiting on you.
We was born.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, my brother's is a little drunk, so I don't know how this video.
I'm not on their team.
Not this one, but I don't know how this video is gonna go. All right, guys. So today I was gonna ask you a couple of questions about like your life and relationships and things like that, and your opinions on girls, your first impressions, things like that. Jared, did you just say BBW?
I mean,
Hey! We like big, beautiful women.
shoot.
Everybody needs love.
Because we love you.
You!
Why is
Yeah.
that bunch of her?
We love you,
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
My arms hurt now, but all right. We'll continue with the video. Jacked up my clothes.
I know
So
what he talking about. I know, right?
I'm gonna ask you guys your opinions and just kind of what you think about when it comes to like girls, their first impressions and things like that. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what's the first thing that you notice about a girl? Like, what's the first thing that attracts you to a girl?
Her shoes.
Shakes.
Her what?
Her shoes and her feet. Because I was always told if she got like a mean shoe game or if she take care of her feet, she take care of the rest of her body.
Boobs.
I
So
don't have to answer the question.
that's number one for a
Answer
fact.
mine.
I'm looking at the shoes and the feet. If it's summertime, I'm looking at her feet. If her toes is out, if
Hey,
it's
I don't
not,
look- I
I'm
don't
looking at her toe. I mean, I'm looking at her shoe game.
Even if it's winter, if her boot game is wiggity,
Word.
it's a wrap.
So it's a shoe
It's a
game.
wrap. It's a shoe
Period.
game.
He
That's
just
the
gonna
first
keep
thing I
popping
see.
in and out
Is
the
easy.
if a girl doesn't
Yeah.
take care of her shoes, she doesn't love herself.
Amen,
Wait,
brother.
what if she got Uggs?
Nah, Uggs is basic. That's
Yeah.
you a basic
Too
chick.
basic.
True.
And if she do got some Uggs, them be like some
Expensive.
limited editions,
Yeah,
like
some
the Mickey
limited
Mouse
edition.
joints.
Word,
that
word,
Peter
word,
wanted,
word,
you know what I'm
word,
saying?
word,
Where you actually
word.
breaking off bread,
Because all
fuck them up. That's a heartbreak.
Because my cousins, they fly, most of them at least. So we know what it looked like for a female to take care of herself. I don't know about y'all.
Because Prina had everything custom.
Prina had everything.
Everything.
Prina
Mickey
was
Mouse.
the illest dresser I've ever known as a
Everything
woman.
Mickey
She
Mouse.
has
the meanest shoe game.
the
myself.
meanest shoe game in the world. Prina
Everything
got it.
Mickey
So
Mouse.
She hooked everybody up too. Everybody their best shoes.
I think Prina gave me my first pair of Jordans for real.
I think she bought my first pair of Tim's.
Yeah, because you were Tank.
Yeah.
You do that.
All black pair.
Yup. And
Oh, you was-
let's not mention what she sent
Tori
down
was
here
robbing
for
people and helping them look for it.
No, but also, she bought me my first PS2. I put it in
Prina just that did.
and it had a remote that I could control with it. Like what?
We're venturing off. We
I ain't even have that.
Okay,
Shout out to
All
Prina.
right, so
Shout out to Prina.
Hey.
Yeah.
Next question.
moving forward, so the first thing that you guys said that you notice about a girl is her shoes.
Mhm.
What is something that is an absolute no-go for you? Like, what is a turn-off for you?
Smoking cigarettes.
Me
Cigarettes.
too.
Smoking,
No go.
I mean,
smoking cigarettes,
smoking
not
period.
smoking.
For me,
period.
for
What
me,
are we
it's
talking
smoking
about?
period.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
We talking about dating or boning?
Yeah, it's
Eric?
two different things.
Because
Dating.
you know Eric just want head all the time.
PG-13.
Oh,
If
PG-13.
we're dating, I don't
Dating.
She
Absolutely
can't,
no.
She can't have kids.
If she
No
smoke more than
kids for
Eric,
him.
if
What
she smoke
you
more
think?
weed than Eric, then I
smoking.
can't go.
Smoking?
Yeah, smoking.
for you?
Just smoking, period.
Man, it's just bad attitude.
Bad attitude. Which for you?
If she smoke more than Eric, like weed wise, I can't go. Also, and if she don't, and if she and like you know, if she
As
don't
long as she
believe
pay
in
for it, we
God,
don't give a
Word. Listen, my thing is smoking cigs.
I don't smoke cigarettes
That's
anymore.
that's corny.
yeah, I'm
Smoking
glad you said
cigs,
that.
and what Jared said, if she don't believe in God, we ain't got nothing in common.
Oh yeah, word is too.
Right.
Yeah.
and if her feet ugly,
Word.
yeah.
Because you're not about to put your claws on me, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
punching
that
you.
way.
So you
Word.
still talking dating?
Word.
Not
You're
the
not about
corn.
to
dating.
break me.
Yeah,
You're
go on.
not about to
Stop.
break me
Hold
like
it
that.
on,
Corn,
Mark.
nigga.
Not the
Corey,
corn.
You
stop.
gonna mess up her slateness.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Word.
Yeah,
So,
you
we
gotta
just talking
believe it.
boning, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You can do what you want.
as long as she's
Shoot.
cute,
That's it for me.
whatever.
That's a definite
You know
no
what I'm
no.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not about to be kissing no
I'm not
ass.
So feet.
Feet.
So,
Ugly feet.
toe.
Feet and
Ugly feet.
smoking.
Tell you, you hate feet too, don't you?
Yes, feet
You
are
hate baby
disgusting.
feet and everything.
No,
Y'all like
babe,
my
I'm
new
okay.
shoes?
Baby feet.
Look at
okay
these
with-
boys.
Hey! Got them delivered today.
Hey, out the box.
Hey,
AKA her shoes.
new cop alert. New cop
AKA
alert.
her shoes he took them.
go.
New
Alright,
cop
And they
alert.
look better on him, so they
Hey.
his now.
fucked up.
Why you get so pissed? Why you so mad?
Like,
I looked up like this.
Right.
Like, bro, my bad. You gonna swing on me or
This is
something?
like 250. This is like $150. I was gonna get that.
Shut up, nigga. Like,
She's mad at this nigga. I got this because she's mad at this nigga.
Like, now
You know
we're
what I'm saying? Good look, bud. Good look, bud.
righty. So, yeah. I completely lost my train of thought as to what we were supposed to be doing. I know we were talking about your likes and your dislikes of women, but what would be your ideal woman? Like, what would be the perfect woman to you?
Monica Renee Walker.
What the
We still dropping names.
What the hell is this?
Moving on. Moving on.
If we dropping names, if we dropping Tabby Bird. Let's go.
I seen the perfect woman in my life. I'm just saying.
You feel me?
What is going on?
You feel me?
I'm just saying.
What's
I
going
seen the
on?
perfect woman in my
What the
life.
hell?
I thought
Who else dropping names?
I seen the perfect woman in
Who
my
else
life.
dropping
Let's
names?
go. Let's get it. So
Who else dropping names?
Nobody else.
Ain't nobody. I haven't met the hoe.
I thought-
So
Eric.
Eric ain't met the hoe.
I thought.
So,
What's your perfect woman?
Shakes.
I ain't even thinking about that right now. Like,
yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying, nigga?
I'm living. I'm trying to get
balling
my
out.
own. I'm getting my own right now.
Yeah, I'm balling out.
So,
you know what I'm
if
saying?
it ain't-
Actually, the perfect
if it
woman,
ain't- if
the
it
perfect
ain't-
woman is money. That's what the perfect woman is.
is Jasmine. And the perfect
Yes,
All right,
you're right.
all right,
You're
yeah,
absolutely
so,
right.
So you,
Cool.
I smell it. I
You
smell
by
it.
the way,
You said
Jasmine
you ain't
is
say
my
it first.
niece.
Smell it.
Jasmine is my niece, and Jay is my nephew, his kids. For those.
I ain't living for no women.
Word.
I can't say
Oh,
mommy because that
I
shit
feel
gonna be
you,
that.
man.
Mommy be too cliche. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So I'm not
mommy.
gonna say mommy.
Mommy is a good answer
It
too.
is,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
cliche.
yeah, but
That's
that's
like a guarantee. I ain't gotta say it.
That's
Right?
that's hard. That's hard though. Trying to compare women today to your mother.
That's a fact.
That's hard.
That's a fact.
That's
You know, like, nigga, that's why I'm single. That's ain't no need to rush it. If a shorty ain't needing, if she's not, why?
I mean,
I'm actually hurting myself in the long run.
That's a fact.
yeah, but just to find somebody that's like her, it's hard. Cause don't nobody carry a whole store in their purse
mommy.
like that.
Word.
And it's
fact.
still
A whole
it's
store.
only 10
That's
pounds.
a fact. That's a fact.
You gotta wait
She
for
got
it.
Dollar General on
She
there.
been doing that since me and Eric.
Don't nobody
You
eat
gotta
her
be patient.
20%
They out there.
either.
You gotta be patient. You
That's
know
a
what I'm saying?
fact.
You gotta be patient. Cause just like you saying that,
You gotta
there's
be
females,
patient.
there's females that saying there's no single black man without kids and no
Good
felonies.
ones. Good ones.
You know what I'm saying? That are good.
Yeah.
Who's working and who hold their family down.
And you
know
looking
what I'm
at a
saying?
bunch of them right now.
So, just like they saying that, it's just because they haven't met me yet.
Facts.
Cause I'll be on the low
Let's
level,
go.
under the radar.
Promote yourself.
Oh,
They gonna want this nigga after this.
This is not Mocha Mingle.
These
That's
whores
fine.
gonna want it. Black people me.
Black people me.
Stop.
Black people me.
Stop hitting me.
Let's go.
Niggas fellowship.
Alrighty. So since you guys said that you know what your perfect woman is and what you would expect out of your perfect woman or how you would want her to be and how you would want her to act, pretty much what do you guys think went wrong in your last relationship to not make that person your perfect
I
woman?
should've never had it.
Let me answer that first.
I should have never had it.
David, you just don't answer.
I mean,
what went wrong
Well,
in your
yeah,
last
yeah. What went wrong in your last
You're talking
relationship?
about all five.
Oh, kill
If we want to get that deep,
All right.
Hold on.
David needs his own episode.
One by one.
Hey, no.
Let me go first.
Let Jared go first.
Actually,
One by one.
Okay.
he actually shared the same bad traits throughout every relationship, so he could actually.
like I said, one time.
Yeah,
I don't have that much to say.
Now let Jared answer.
Let's do this one by one. So,
right.
Jared, what do you think went wrong? And have you had a relationship?
Nothing, because I ain't never been with nobody.
Yes. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. No headaches.
No fucking headache.
Eric, Get out my video. You cuss too much.
Nah, he here.
I'm gonna have to bleep too much out of
But
this.
that's Eric. That's Eric.
Yeah, he's the truth. Y'all ain't
I'm about to get a look.
Give Jared one too. He tasted this.
And I
I'm about
got
to
a
get
new,
this
and
big
I got
ass,
a new bandana
like big
from
ass
YouTube,
poster,
B.
It's gross, man.
and it's gonna be basically I'm
Oh,
gonna
shit.
hide through all of my.
Hey, hold on.
Let's
Wait,
cheers to
wait,
Jared on the
wait,
Jared on the Troy ain't even got one yet. Troy ain't even got one.
He took his.
Hey, this good. I ain't gonna lie. Cheers.
No,
Hey,
it's good. It's the shit.
Hold on. One more.
Thank you.
Tori getting that promotion. Hey!
Good shit.
Hey!
Let's go.
Stop
Let's
playing.
go, my nigga.
Stop playing with me.
Shoot.
Stop playing.
Stop playing with me.
Stop! The bottles is
All right.
cold.
Okay, I'm about to answer, right? All right, so here we go. What was the question? What went wrong in my last relationship?
Yes.
Okay. So I could talk about this for an hour for real, but
No,
to
you
make
got
it to make it simple,
It wasn't his
A
fault.
minute 30.
it was the trust factor, and it was me not being me. You know what I mean? I wasn't mentally prepared to even be in a relationship, so I kind of overdid stuff, and it was all about me. So it was lopsided. You know what I mean? So I mean there's more. Definitely there's more to say, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like I wasn't prepared to be in a relationship, and that's why my relationship went bad.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like I rushed into my relationship. Like I felt like I knew everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I really didn't. And with me being in a situation, y'all know what everything happened, but just like there was no communication at all, and I feel like that's where I really messed up on my relationship with.
Yeah.
All right, so it was an individual that I dated 10 years ago. So I got with Shorty, breaking rules that I had for myself. Like if you got kids, I'm not with you. But since we had a relationship in the past, and we actually got into a situation, I actually like besides like relationship shit, like I actually owe her. Cause we got into a situation, she ain't snitch on me, so I owe her my loyalty. So you know what I'm saying. So no matter how shit go, I still with her. So I'm not. Let's get that straight. I'm not knocking her, but like our love for each other, in those 10 years, we became two different people.
Easy.
A nigga, I was me, the same nigga, just more amplified, and she was just downtrodden and whooped the up, and with 4 kids and just. Not the same Shorty that I knew from way back. So I gave her a try because I was like, yo, I love you. And you know what I'm saying? I owe you. I always had it in the back of my head like, yo, if I ran into her again, I'll give her a second try. No matter if she had kids or whatever, she the only Shorty I'll do that shit for. That should have never happened again. And that's on the set. So,
Now you're really gonna find out.
so you know what I'm saying? You know
That's what they said.
what I'm saying? So, you know.
Sorry, ladies.
Yeah.
Kids.
On the
It's
set.
on the set.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not
It was
happening.
it was just like we outgrew each other, and I tried to give her a chance and think that, and I'm talking about like just pouring mad like encouragement into her and paying her. I was on some fucking shit like.
Listen to him being transparent. Listen to him being transparent.
Paying bills because it wasn't like I didn't know it because I was like, yo, even I loved her so much. I was like, even if Shorty uses me, I'm doing this out of love. So there's no like fuck me over because like I see all angles. I see everything. A nigga can never fool me.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? So
You about to make me cry. Stop it.
so
I never-
like she ain't gonna call me to like because her gas is off. Like
Oh, yeah.
she gonna call me for 9 months. You know what I'm saying? She gotta call me for real problems.
Let's go. All right, easy.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
It's
I ain't
gonna
never
switch
know.
into Eric gonna be like,
All right,
I gave her
David,
my
go.
all to. That's
This nigga got 10 kids.
My problem,
His
not
is watered
even just
down
the last
beer. His
relationship,
is-
just a lot of my relationships is I never really had a set foundation of basically caring about other people. I only really care about myself. And if I did, and if
That's
if
the
I,
motherfucking truth.
if I disagree with you, I would just be like, F it, I might just go find somebody else. But I didn't do it the right way.
Okay.
I just found somebody else while I was with somebody else.
Okay. Be transparent then. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
that wasn't that, but that's what started it, and then eventually it got to just me being comfortable because I mean my entire life I was used to being with multiple people at one time, and of course when you're in high school, you're a senior, stuff like that, being with 2 or 3 people is cool. Come on now, like, it's cool.
And on the basketball team,
for Shane the Devil.
Come on now,
and on the basketball team,
it's cool. It's
not to mention you an athlete and a musician.
It's cool now. If you tell everybody the truth, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, just being real, it's cool. So when I was doing it, I was like this was it. It can't get no better than this. And then, but you don't realize that you're building a relationship and a bond with 2 or 3 different ways, and without you even noticing, you have 2 or 3 different relationships, and then you gotta choose one when really you should be with none of them. So instead of choosing one, I just got hopping back between the 2. And then that got me to where I am now. So now now my problem with now is just focusing being on with one person because I was used to being with 2 or 3 people at a time.
Preaching right now. I like it. Tell the truth, Shame the Devil, my boy. That's good.
My perspective, I don't know a lot about all of you guys' relationships. Like, I don't.
Tell us about
yours.
Yeah, tell us about yours.
This is your show.
Tell us about yours.
Stop asking
With
us
Alex
questions.
sitting right here.
Boom.
What happened to your last relationship with Alex sitting right here?
Come on now.
Stop.
Come on now. Come on
Well, I mean, I don't care about saying it in front of him because it's not like he doesn't know what happened in my last relationship. But the reason why my last relationship didn't work is because it wasn't supposed to. When you guys are in your relationships and y'all have y'all problems and your ups and downs and things like that, like, we all know that everybody does not do everything right 100% of the time. But with having a sister and in those moments, do you feel like when you're doing something that you blatantly know is wrong, do you think about your sister? Do you think about your mom? Do you think about the fact that another man can do the exact same thing that you're doing to whomever you're with, to your sister?
The problem is no. That's the problem.
All right,
David,
no,
answer
you're
first.
tripping. I'm knocking the joint down right here.
David,
It's simple like this. I'm knocking it down.
He's answering first.
I live my life based on how I would want a nigga to treat my mother, my grandma, my sister. Like I just don't run up on shorties, call them bitches, or you know what I'm saying. I've never cheated on a girl, so I respect a woman because I wouldn't want a nigga to do it to my sister. I wouldn't want a nigga to do it to my mother. You know what I'm saying. Now, if you piss me off and you actually do something to deserve to be called bitch, I don't care if we related. I will call you bitch. You know, you earned that degree. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I live my life I live my life off respecting people, period. My whole shit is off of principles and morals.
Word. Facts. Go ahead, Dave.
The problem is no, for me at least, because I mean, like I said before, it's just the way that I grew to learn how to do things, and I didn't learn it from nobody. It's just the way that I picked up things, which was I learned it the wrong way. So if you learn things at a young age the wrong way, you're gonna carry that to when you get older. So that's all you know, then that's what you're gonna do, regardless if you're 12 or if you're 22. It's just the things that you do at 12 is gonna be amplified at 22.
Right.
And then that's exactly what's going on now. And I can easily talk about it now because that's not who I am no more. So that's why it's easy to open up about it and talk about it. That's not who I am. I was a liar, a cheater, and all those different things. That's not who I am no more. And the last time I did it, I seen how it really affected everybody else more than it affected me. I wasn't even, and the problem was, it affected me, but I watched how it affected everybody else more than just me. So that alone made me change my ways just off of that alone. So, that like I said, that's the problem. The problem is that I didn't see that, and now I do, and it's never too late.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the same thing like he's saying. Like, I don't, at the moment, I'm not really thinking about anybody else but myself. And it's just like I just been a violent person as I was growing up. And that's what I've used to try to get out of everything. And it's not the way to go. And it's like been backfiring and killing me to this day. So like I said, I'm not that type of person anymore. And just moving forward and being a better person and being the best dad I can be for my kids.
Hey, shout out to Jay and Jasmine.
Amen.
You heard me?
Go
ahead.
And Anna.
And Auntie. Go ahead.
Wait, what was the question? The question was, when you're in a relationship, like, do you, before you do a well, you've never really been in a relationship, so
we can't really.
I can't really answer
But
your question.
you know,
like,
like I've been in a situation before.
a situationship.
A situationship.
So yeah, like but did you have a situation of when you did her something wrong? Like you did something wrong to her?
No.
Oh no, because I don't.
Listen, this nigga.
What?
listen,
Hold on.
This nigga
But
Joe
when
not
you,
on the butterfly.
when you was in your situationship, was you thinking about like this is somebody's mom or sister, like mommy or Carol?
Well, I mean, what if the girl has a butterfly on her?
Nah.
You're
Because
talking about go away.
because like in my situation,
Because he said
I ain't do nothing to
It's
her.
on a butterfly. So I was like, well, what if a girl got the butterfly?
Word.
That's
She
a
asked
tattoo.
for it,
You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
It's
I mean,
office
but
on
like,
the
what if
shoulder.
she-
All right,
on
you
fire?
ain't never really been in a relationship.
Yeah, like
so
you
we gonna
can't ask
skip
blood
you.
that shit.
It's cool. So I'm gonna say this, right? I'm a lovable nigga. You know what I mean? Like I like all of my that's a fact.
Be mad conceited, alright?
No, that's
If y'all
a
haven't gotten that
Yo,
from
am I
the
lying?
beginning of the video,
Am I lying?
if y'all didn't
Am I
catch that,
lying?
if y'all didn't catch that,
My girlfriend used to confide in me.
Exactly.
if
So
y'all
my
didn't
thing
catch
is
that in the beginning
Nah,
of the video,
listen.
he's incredibly
Nah,
conceited.
listen, I'm not conceited
So-
at all. I'm just saying. I'm a lovable nigga. Like all of my
trying to get his
relationships
juice up
have
and
been like years long.
So, right
So the thing is, like, it's weird for me to look at them as like my mom and my sister, but I'm gonna say that I did not because I didn't know. Like, here's the thing, right?
Hold on. You said that you don't like looking at women like your sister or your mom. And stuff.
Like treating them as that. Like this is somebody's sister or mom.
I ain't doing that to everybody. Now.
So here's the thing. Listen. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. With my pops not being in my life, right? I only grew up. Before we started this, we was having a conversation that my cousin would take me and Eric into the garage, and he would have us cuss, right? For no reason as young kids,
So we learned from
right?
We learned from our
So
cousins.
I learned everything from my cousins, right? So the thing is, there was no being vulnerable. There was no showing emotion. There was no being weak. There was no none of that. Because walking down the streets of Syracuse, New York, if you showed any type of vulnerability, niggas was gonna test you on the street.
Right.
Period, point blank.
Right.
So,
And here.
and here too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, growing up like that, you couldn't really think about you couldn't think about a chick in a relationship.
Right.
Because if you showed vulnerability to her, it's like, oh, she might take advantage of me, then I'm gonna be tested by a nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's the whole thing.
Or she could be setting me up.
Or she could be that, like, that was just the mindset. She setting me up, like, I'm not comfortable in this area, whatever the case may be. So, in my past relationships, I never looked at them like you and mommy because I would kill for you and mommy. Right now, I would kill for Jasmine, Anna, you, mommy, grandma. Like, it's important women in my life that I'm just gonna kill for. You know what I mean? But having a relationship and a woman, it's like they come and go. So it's like they're replaceable. Y'all are not. You know what I mean? Like
I dig it.
the special women in my life are not replaceable. So the thing is, I couldn't be vulnerable to a woman that I thought was replaceable in my life, like, and think about them and hold them to the high standard of you and mommy and the rest of the women, the rest of the important women in my life.
Right.
So I could never do that because that's just the way we was raised being in New York. So there was no way that me and Eric could even look at another woman that wasn't important to us as a woman of value because that's not the way that we were taught. But now that we're older, I can fast for myself. I got a personal relationship with God. He can show me who's important to me and things like that. So now I can see, oh, she's important. Like, she's going to be the one I'm with for the rest of my life, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So back then,
Monica?
oh no, Monica's it. But
Niggas.
that back
Did you
then,
just click that?
Nah, I was just saying what it was.
back then,
Make sure that's still recording.
back then, no. Now, because I have a different type of understanding,
Like
yes.
a 4-year-old.
Back then, no, but now I will treat
Remember when we were
women.
doing our Bible study, Eric was like, can't even read.
Yeah.
I'll treat the women now as if I feel like they're worthy of that now, because I understand more now.
You gotta earn that too.
You gotta earn it. You definitely have to earn it.
Yeah, I mean, I treat all women. I'm not just walking up to a shorty and like, yo, bitch, give me your number. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like,
Oh man.
you know what I'm saying? Hey,
I feel
how
like-
you doing? Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like respect and treating them as if it was like your mom or sister. I feel like that's kind of different because like.
bitch,
But-
I'm gonna marry you. If
That's
I
what I'm
get you
saying.
like that.
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what
So
I'm saying?
like just showing respect is basically like the
And there's only one shorty I looked at that way.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like showing respect is like the set level of where it should be at. But like when you take it further, like treating you, like treating you how I would, you
What
know.
is that? Did David just put it on the set?
No,
Oh.
but treating somebody and doing something like that, and you really thinking about it, then I feel like it's got to be like way deeper than that, because we can treat women how we treat them. We can treat them with respect and any of that. But if we're not the one they're supposed to be with, it really don't matter. They're gonna treat us wrong. They're not going to be worthy.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out regardless.
Exactly. So I feel like it's got to get to that point. But I feel like the respect level should always be there from jump.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm saying I choose to be with you.
Before we do anything else, can we give Trent some poetry snap? 'Cause that junk was pretty lit.
You with it? I'm with it. I'm here for this. I'm here for this conversation.
Y'all literally have to forgive my older brother.
I'm here for
Eric
this
just
conversation.
floating through in and out of the shot.
I'm here for this conversation. He got the
Left with a drink in his hand, came back with a joint.
I'm here for these
It's a
conversations.
cigarette.
All right, what's next? That's a
It's
cig.
tobacco.
That's a
Tobacco.
cig. That's a roach. You heard? Let's get it. What's next?
So, in growing up with you guys and being around you guys, I know how it was for me to constantly get the question, like, how is it to have 5 brothers and you be the only girl? And I really never had, like, an answer to that. I'm like, after so long, you just kind of deal with it. Like, you just kind of get over it. But what was it like with you guys having only one sister?
Nigga.
Oh, we
Oh,
lit.
hard.
Yeah,
Hold on,
it
wait.
was
Time
lit.
hard.
It was lit because we only had to protect one woman.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's
all
not
that
even what I'm
protection
talking about.
stuff.
Nah.
Super easy.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
Actually, it was easy. It was probably easy for it was easy for Jared, Tori, and David because they didn't know Verdell. So when we was younger, Verdell used to up like, yo, y'all niggas gotta be tough because you gotta take care of your sister.
Verdell
You
was
gotta
me
take
and
care of
her
your sister.
father.
You can't let nobody mess with
That's
your
his
sister.
father.
You gotta
That's
protect.
my
You gotta
brother.
protect your sister.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's my father.
he used to hold us
Wow.
down and rough us up, and you know what I'm saying. He used to us up just to make us tougher and shit.
So he, I mean, whether she like it or not.
I mean, it's not like he was abusing. You know.
Nah,
what I'm saying?
he wasn't
was, you know,
abusing us, but he instilled in us how
he like,
important
yo,
it
you got one
was.
sister, and it wasn't just my sister. It was like, yo, you got one sister, you got one mother, and you gotta
You gotta
take care of
her.
them. Don't give a
So
fuck how old you are.
he instilled in me and Eric how important it was to take care of my sister and my mom's, which that led over to when my mom had Tori, David, and Jared. We knew how it was to have siblings and how important it was for us to be in their lives and for us to take care of them as well. You know what I mean? Like, so we've been going, our family been through the ringer 2 times back, you know what I mean? Like 3 times over. There was a point in time when we wasn't talking to each other and we all had disagreements and everything, but as you can see, we all can have this fun that y'all seeing. Like, y'all may think it's chaos, but this is fun for us because this is the first time in, 2 years? A year?
Maybe not longer. Maybe longer than
Maybe
that.
longer than that, then that we all was able to come together in the same space and just be joyful. You know what I mean? Like, now we missing a few people because Jay and Jasmine was sick, which is his kids. You know what I mean? But
And it was Anna's bedtime.
and Anna was sleepy, so she was crying all night.
And
but-
other little baby ain't here yet.
I mean, and yeah, and we got one on the way too. We got another one on the way with Shea Butter Baby. And she ain't paying attention right now. But Shea Butter Baby got one on the way, and this is the first time, man, that like our family has been in one setting and there's been no beef, You know what I mean? There's been no turmoil, and we just was able to be us. You know what I mean? And it's the best feeling in the world. But I can say that everybody had to come together like on their own. You know what I mean? And we that's why we able to do this video right now, because it's a great thing. And as y'all can see, even though it seems like chaos to her, like we love her to death.
Stop.
And she hates us all some way, one way or another.
David just kissed me.
She hate my fingers and my like. She be like, your fingers look like Burdell, so don't touch me. Like,
And she love my
his fingers look
she love my
identical
new
to his
shoes.
toes.
hey! Because those was hers at one point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like when I walked through the door 4 hours ago.
But they his now. But yeah, man, I mean, it's great having one sister. It's great because we've been good, man. Like we take care of her no matter how she feel towards us. You know what I mean? But I don't know if anybody got anything else to say about
Nah, he was hitting the point.
But I love it.
It's been a great day, regardless.
It's been a great day for real.
It's been a great day, great vibes, great energy all the way around. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. I know that it was crazy, wild, hectic. It's a lot going on, but this is my family. These are my brothers.
I don't care about that. I don't care about my stash.
Stop!
See me your eyes.
I don't care about my stash.
Yo, Hardy, show that
Thank
fashion
you.
rebel
Show your
shit.
stash. She
Oh.
Hey, fashion over.
Fashion over. Fashion over.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share
Yeah.
so that you can tune in for the next family video.
Yo, Carolyn, show up our mustache.
We love you.